This video was made possible thanks to EA Game Changers. Well, hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another speed build. So, as I mentioned in the last video, I got early access to Dream Home Decorator, and since then I learned the pack's name, because if you watched the previous video it was very embarrassing. I didn't know what the pack's name was, and honestly, I learned it today while saving this build for the gallery. I was building with the pack for 3 days and I didn't know what it was called. I struggled so much trying to find the name, like design, pack name. I struggled. Anyways, I have a lot of opinions for the pack that I want to share with you, and I also want to talk a bit about this build because I think it's interesting, right? I want to tell you like a bit the backstory. So let's start first things first. I started playing with the pack Friday, and I filtered the items, right, to see what comes with the pack. And you obviously had to click each of the items so you don't get the yellow, I don't know, like highlight thing that you have new items. It always annoys me. So I kept clicking. I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's cool, that's cute. This has so many options, like the sectional couches. So many options for these ones, and also obviously you have the counters and the cabinets. Just so many items that they offer multiple different varieties. So I kept clicking and clicking. I'm like, there must be so many items, and I swear to you, it was never ending. I was so impressed with the amount of items that we got, honestly. Also, I don't recall when it was the last time we got a game pack. Someone said it was 2 years ago, and I tend to believe what I read on the internet. I don't know. I assume they were right. I don't recall what was the last game pack, but I know for sure no other game pack has so many options. And there's so many good items in this pack, like it's unreal. First things first, we get 2 sets of counters. The one that you're seeing here and another one that's more rectangular. So all of the items come to 2 designs. You have, or I guess the items for the pack are divided to 2 designs. You have like those who are more with rounded edges and those that have sharp edges. And even though I don't know, there isn't such a huge difference between them, I still think that there is enough difference that you would use them in different builds. So for me, I categorize them as like different styles, and I don't think we had other game pack that had 2 different styles inside it. So that really surprised me. So not only like smaller items as not cabinets, like shelves and stuff like that are with rounded edges and sharp edges, but also the counters. We have ones with round edges and sharp edges. We have the cabinets, follow the same principle. We have 2 stoves, and the stoves are so cool because they are now separate. You have the stovetop that can go to any surface, cabinet surface, and then you have the stove bottom, or like the main stove, if you will, that attaches to cabinets counters, as the dishwasher. So that was something that really impressed me, because I was having a conversation with a friend and I told her that I bet you, I clearly lost that bet, that the stovetops come with a counter. I think this is how it is on Sims Mobile, and I assumed, my standards are really low for Sims packs nowadays, so I assumed there's no way they had created a separate item. So I'm so impressed with so many items of this pack. The couches are top notch. I was talking with my boyfriend on the phone, and I started like, how do I say that without making it inappropriate? Like, making sounds of joy. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. It's like, what is happening? Why are you doing those noises? And I'm like, the new couches, they're amazing. I was so excited because how they Oh my god, they are so pretty. Like, I swear to you, just the couches make the entire pack, the sectional couches. They are top notch, so of course I had to use them as much as I could. This doesn't even showcase everything the couches can do. Like, it's so limitless, because you have the main piece, the centerpiece, which is most what I use. You have the stools, pedestals, which is between those two chairs. You have the corner piece, you have a rounded corner piece, you have a couch end that has like an armrest for both ends. And what else do you have? You have the lounges that also come in 4 different options. So I'm so impressed with so many items. Like, oh my god, I'm in love. What else? Also, yeah, something that really impressed me. I know I'm all good, but I honestly didn't find something that I really liked. The chairs. We got so many chairs. I was looking at them and I'm like, are they for real? And all the chairs are so good looking. Like, yes, queen. This plant that you see between the two couches, the texture of it, it's so pretty, it's so smooth, it's so feathery. I saw it and I'm like, I'm in love. This is what love feels like. However, my only complaint is if this particular plant intersects with like a surface, it kind of clips weirdly. There is an error with the texture, which is kind of annoying, but like, it's not the end of the world. Something else, these lights. I found it kind of like, wait, what? Why? These lights, they come in sets of 3, and the ones that I already have above the bar, and then they come in separate. So the 3 ones cost, I think, 140 simoleons, and the single ones cost 150. So I'm like, it doesn't add up. What else? I really like I didn't actually see the rugs, but I really like the paintings. The door, I'm not impressed. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, something that I didn't really love is how the modular items snap. So they created all the items, all the shelves and everything, they are modular, so they snap together. And as you can see, I wanted to try something cute, something different, and it's not the end of the world, but it's kind of annoying how you have to make them not snap together and place them wherever you want. Yeah, I guess that's all. That's a round up of my opinions for the pack, and let me tell you a bit about the build. So obviously you have all these cool items, right? And the question is, what do you do with them? Because, for example, the paranormal stuff pack, it gave you a clear direction that it was the Creolo, I'm not pronouncing it correctly, style. For example, the kit, the Moroccan kit, don't recall its name, gave you like that Riyadh's, I think, again, I'm not pronouncing it right, style. So this had more of an IKEA Scandinavian style. And Scandinavian houses are one of my favorite to build. But I'm gonna be real with you, I haven't done houses in a while. And these were the type of houses that were very normal, right? That you had to make them look good, because it's a house. You can't do something colorful and make it look cute, if you will. I started building that and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm not a house person anymore. So I have to do something different. And I started toying around with the idea of creating something modular, like a modular house, using all those, how are they called, shelves, like the round shelves, and create a house from them. That didn't work. So I'm like, you know what? I don't know what to do. I found an illustration that I thought, you know what, maybe we can incorporate that. So I don't know what this is. I like to call this video "Welcome to another episode of my bullshit." I have no idea what this is supposed to be like the exterior. I wanted to use the new shelves because I think they're super cool. And I want to create something cool with them. And I came up with that I kinda based it on an illustration. So yeah, the issue was, I think it was supposed to be like a floating, flying library. Whatever, I link the illustration in the description if you want to see it. It's really cool. I'm so thankful that I found that because I had no clear direction what I was building. So yeah, I started doing that and it had a lot of books. I think it was supposed to be a library, but I didn't want to build a library because that's slightly boring. So I decided, you know what, I want something cool. What if we make a cafe library? And I get how this is not a good idea because obviously coffee can get, or like tea or any beverage can get into your hardcover books. Like for example, in libraries, you're not allowed to have not even water, I think. I'm not sure if in our university library allowed water. It's been quite a while. Whatever. But yeah, this was my idea and it doesn't matter because this is the same. So I searched cafe library, something like that. And on Pinterest, I saw this bookstore. It was a bookstore that was called 9 3/4 Cafe and Bookstore. So I think most of us understand where this is going. 9 3/4. Harry Potter, right? Right, Hogwarts. So I thought, oh my god, this is amazing. And the interior was absolute perfection. I was so excited. I'm like, so pretty. And it was everything that I want because I wanted to use the new items, but I wanted to make it look very modern and very cozy, not boring. I think you can really tell that I tried here, or at least I hope you can. Like it's not your typical coffee store or your typical library. And I wanted more of those pictures to get more inspiration, so I searched 9 3/4 Bookstore Cafe, which, by the way, don't quote me on that, but I think it's in Colombia. So I read the story behind the bookstore, and they write it is supposed to be like a kids' bookstore, and I get very mad at that moment, because I'm like, for kids? Do you think kids will appreciate that? Do you think kids will get the reference, like a 5-year-old? Maybe not. Probably not. You know who will get the reference? You know who has shaped their entire personality around Harry Potter? As a Ravenclaw, let me tell you, millennials. So I was so mad at that point because I thought it was such a cool bookstore, and I really liked the idea of the Harry Potter, even though it wasn't really Harry Potter themed at all. Even though the sign was kind of Harry Potter-esque, if you will. I think it used the same font as the 9 3/4 Harry Potter stuff. I said Harry Potter too many times. So I got so annoyed. I'm like, fuck that. So I decided to make the adult version of it. Because no kids come here. No kids come in my cafe bookstore. Okay? No kids. I got so mad. Like, come on. Like, it had some cool areas for kids. But it wasn't a kids bookstore. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I got way too passionate about that. What else? Okay, there were some other things that I wanted to mention. I was doing the exterior and I wasn't happy with it. So I nudged my boyfriend and I'm like, I don't like it. I think it's too flat. So he made a lot of fun of me because he said, this is not flat bits. This is multi-dimensional. And like it has some spots and bits like sticking out. But I still think that the exterior it's not great. I struggled a lot with the exterior because I wanted to incorporate books and I wanted to incorporate those modular shelves and I want to make it look cute. But how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? And I guess this is not flat, but like in my eyes, this seems flat. I don't know what's wrong with me. By the way, those floating pieces, I left them only for the pictures. I thought they added something cute, you know. I didn't include them to the actual build that went up in the gallery. Actually, the build is not still up in the gallery, already up in the gallery. It will be tomorrow when the pack releases, which, by the way, tomorrow I have another build, and I'm excited about it. It's sort of a house, but it's more interesting than that. So, yeah, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and take care. Bye.